When investing, it's always a good idea to keep your eyes open for any tools that might make your life a little bit easier. And more recently I've been using Unclestockcom to screen for stocks, since this has quite a bit more functionality than some of the other tools out there, including Google Finance, and there are no glitches that I'm aware of. So just go to your web browser and type in Unclestock.com. This takes you to the home page, and I should point out that Unclestock is free to use for the first month with full functionality, but then there are a number of paid options, but you can continue as a free user with reduced functionality if you wish. So you can sign in with a social media account or with your email, and you then go to another page where you're able to search for stocks. You have tabs to create a watch list of stocks and also view the results of specialised searches. So let's dive in and use the stock screener. Here you have a number of panels that show worldwide markets covering North America, Asia, Australia, and also displaying sectors and industries. And over on the right we've got filters that would reduce the number of stocks displayed. Let's create a search. For this one I'll choose North America, and I won't be including the criteria that I normally use when I'm screening for stocks. This is just a demonstration of the Unclestock screener. I'll exclude Canada and Mexico for this demonstration, but I'll leave all the sectors and industries alone. This drop down allows us to sort our results based on certain criteria, but we'll leave it alone for now. We want more than 8 results per page, so we can increase that to 128 results. I don't want over-the-counter stocks displayed, so I'm going to change that to exclude OTC. I do want to exclude any dodgy stocks, so we'll leave that checked. Now we can choose the filter conditions or criteria to narrow down our selection. Just click the drop down on the filter conditions and you'll get a list of criteria that you can select. Each category can be expanded to show different criteria. And you can scroll up and down if needed to view more. Let's just close that down. And we can enter a filter condition in directly if we know its name. Let's go for market cap to start with. Just enter in a value here of say 300 million. And we'll just pop in a few more. Remember, these aren't the criteria that I use when I'm screening for stocks normally. These are just for demonstration purposes. And to enter more criteria, just click the plus box to get another filter condition. Now that we've selected a few filters, we can click the search box to run the screen. You can see that we've only got 20 stocks returned out of the thousands we started with, and that's a nice number to work with for this demonstration. The results are saved in their own tab, and you can move the center divider if you want to view the fundamental information on the company selected in the results list. This gives you an overview of the fundamental information, and you can also get more details together with a stock chart. Just pull that back down for the time being. These results are sorted on the Unclestock score, but we can click on any column header to sort if we want to. So we'll just sort by name, just click it once and then click it again to get it in alphabetical order. We can click on a row to change the fundamental information displayed below. And if we just bring that divider back up again, we can then click on the Fundamental Overview tab to get a description of the company. We can just read through this, and if it's an industry that we're interested in or comfortable with, we can click the checkbox next to the ticker symbol of the company. This first one is into solar power, so we'll keep this for further analysis and then click on the next one. And this company is into telecommunications, so we'll keep this one as well. Just scroll up so that we can get to the next company. Click on it and view the description. This company is a real estate investment trust, so I'm going to pass on that one because I'm not really interested in investing in real estate, and I don't invest in financial companies or investment trusts, so I won't put a check in the checkbox there. And we continue down the list until we've reviewed them all. We then want to add those we've ticked to a watch list, so we go over to the top right and click the plus icon. And they're now added to the Watchlist tab. We can add to this list in the future after further screens, or remove companies that we're no longer interested in after further analysis. This is a paid service with Unclestock.com, but it's free to use for the first month, so you can get an idea if this is something you would like to use in the future. We can go back to our results by clicking on the tab, and we can also save our search query for future reference. An alternative to using the watch list is to export the results as a CSV file. This is also a paid feature of Unclestock, but again free to use for the first month. Just go over to the right and click on Export to CSV. Choose how much information you want to include. In this case, I'll just include the criteria we can see on the screen, and then click Export. This downloads a CSV file, which you can open in Excel or any other spreadsheet. Here I've opened the file in Excel, and you can see that it's included the row headers, but I won't bother formatting the spreadsheet at this stage. I will add a column to the beginning to indicate whether further analysis is needed or not. Just call this one Analysis. I'll also rename the worksheet for future reference, and I'll widen the name column so that it's easier to read. As before, I now go through the list of stocks and review the fundamental information on the company to decide whether it's a company I want to analyse further or not. In this case, I'm going back to Unclestock.com, and I'll just bring this up so that I can see better. I'll now go through the company description as before, and then go back to the spreadsheet and put a yes or no in the analysis column. I do this for all the companies in the spreadsheet until the analysis column was completed, and then I would sort the spreadsheet so that all the yeses were at the top. Instead of saving your results to a watch list or downloading a CSV file, you can also select all the results on the results screen and copy and paste those into a spreadsheet. The row header in Unclestock was actually in a white font, so we need to go ahead and change that to black so that we can actually see it. And as you can see, the columns are also offset by 1 to the right under the row header. So we need to shift these over to the left. I'll just expand the name column again, and I'll also add an analysis column to the front of the spreadsheet. Just rename the worksheet and save the spreadsheet as before. We can also paste the results into Google Sheets, and again change the top row header to black so that we can see it. The columns are offset by 1 again, so what I'll do is I'll just cut and paste the row header and move it across 1. There I've got a blank first column that I can just rename Analysis and rename the worksheet. You can also give the spreadsheet a name, and Google will save this automatically. So that's a quick overview of the use of Unclestock to screen for companies based on criteria you've selected and saving them into a watch list or a spreadsheet.